I am in the middle of watching Supergirl, and I'm kind of pissed that I waited so long to watch it. As you can see, that's what's paused right there. Uh, First thing off the bat, I feel bad for her friend, but then immediately at this part, I'm not really feeling bad for him at all because he's kind of a dick. Like he's seriously like he's not an asshole dick. He's that nice dick where like he's a nice guy, but his values are a little bit screwed up, which is fine. It makes him a different kind of character, and he's actually kind of likable still. But I feel bad for Kara. Like she's technically older than everyone around her, even older than Kal-El, and everyone treats her like she's a baby when she's actually older. So that's interesting to see. The actress that's playing her is surprisingly well. The trailers for it before the pilot didn't do her justice at all. That's why I didn't watch it, because the trailers didn't hook me at all, and they made it look really really cheesy. And yes, it's cheesy, but it's not as cheesy as I thought it was gonna be. At least in the first episode, when the pilot, it's way better than I thought so far, and it's only a good. It's only 17 minutes in, and it's already way better than the trailers did. But let's see how the rest of the episode goes. Here we go again. The first black guy we see in this entire show is he's not a villain or an evil guy, but on when if as far as Kara is concerned, he's a bad guy. Like he's trying to do good, but he's an asshole to her when he knows she's doing good. So it's like this is gonna piss me off again. And I don't know what fucking CW's problem is with this. And it's like I hate that they have these shows and that they're making them like they're making them good, but it's just the way they're doing ethnicities and minorities is not right at all. So I'm gonna continue this. And the only thing that is interesting though is that her sister, not technically not her sister, is a part of this group. So this new group that I kind of understand what they're going for. It's the exact same type of group that the Men Letters are in Supernatural. It's just for in this case it's aliens, um, which is kind of interesting that Cal dropped her off with them. I mean, I wonder what if her parents were a part of them before because they knew how to help him, and maybe that's how they knew. And did he know that they probably her parents probably were a part of this group? That'd be interesting to see. I keep noticing things. So right off the bat, also forgot to mention. It made me re-notice it. I'm getting sick of this whole idea of people hating, like the majority of people hating aliens, like coming in and helping us, even when they've lived amongst us. Like seriously, like her sister of all people should understand, but she doesn't because of what she believes about the majority of aliens that she knows about, rather than the few that actually do help. So like I'm just getting sick of this whole freaking idea. And then like her boss, of course, like that that's just a given. I'm not even gonna get into her boss right now, just because her boss is gonna piss me off every single episode, and I'm sick of that character as type of character as well. And this one's a female, and it's like that, so that makes it 10 times worse. And like I understand that's why they did that, but I just wish they hadn't. I wish they could have went a different route with her. That would have made the show a lot better. Another thing, I'm so this idea that people can't recognize you when your glasses are off pisses me off beyond belief. Like as someone that's worn glasses since like I was maybe 10, that is the stupidest freaking idea that DC came up with, and it makes zero sense whatsoever. I mean, you look pretty much exactly the same with your glasses off than you do with them on. I mean, yes, there's a bit of a difference, but you're still recognizable, especially if like like her boss would know the difference. Like seriously, if you know the person and you've seen them basically almost every day, even if you see them once in person, you usually can tell that it's them, especially up close. Like seriously, her boss should know that she's freaking Supergirl, especially with that close-up shot that she just gets. Just issues. God, it's good, but there's just so many issues that bother me. It's DC stuff is gonna bother me in general. Like seriously. Why is it so much easier to talk about things that piss me off more than it is to talk about the things I like? It's so weird, isn't it? I don't know what that says about me as a person. But anyway, so I'm at this part roughly 36 minutes into the episode. It's almost over. Um, I'm glad that they redeemed the sister right away. But what I don't like about it is that Kara's obviously gonna forgive her. I'm assuming immediately after this episode, she's gonna forgive her. Which the only reason why I don't like that because it's not very realistic when it comes to relationships. Like, yes, she might at least let her back in her life after this moment because of what she gives her and whatnot. But I feel like there would still be some awkwardness between them. There should at least be awkwardness for a whole season until maybe like the finale episode of the season. But I doubt they're gonna do that. It seems like immediately after this episode they're gonna be close and tight knit again. The only way this works if of them being close and tight knit immediately after this again is if they have a bunch of bumpy roads, which seems like might be the case because of who her sister works with. And I don't remember her sister's name off the top of my head. They say it so fast and so quietly that I don't remember exactly what it is. But yeah, so I'm interested to see if they actually do go that route, like they should, which is basically them having bumpy roads like her mom mentions, like for Kara. Like she says, you're gonna have bumps in your life where you're gonna not feel like that brave girl that you are, but you're always gonna end up back that way. So I feel like that should be a homage to also her and her sister that they although they will be close again, they should have bumps in the road they should have bumps in the road for their friendship and their sisterhood, because of the sister practically lying to her for her entire life and keeping her from being what she really should be. And it's like her sister is the reason why she wanted to be normal in the first place. That's so obvious. Like they don't I'm glad they didn't do any flashbacks or anything because you see that in Kara, like literally. You see it in Kara and the sister. Like in one episode you see that she's been doing it their entire life together. So it's like since they've been doing that their entire life, it needs to be a little their entire life from now on, uh, having moments where they're with each other and not with each other because of that fact. It's gonna be ridiculous if they don't do that. Otherwise, I'm not sure what it's gonna do. It's gonna have no character arc for the both of them when it comes to their friendship and sisterhood. I did almost forget to talk about James, the guy that helped Superman apparently. He's cool, but typical, he's your typical black guy actor that's actually successful. The reason why I say this, I'm not gonna say why that is, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you if you know what I'm talking about, then you should be able to tell right away what if you if you've seen it, you should be able to tell right away what I'm talking about. If not, then you don't need to know what I'm talking about. It's that simple.